When King Charles inherited the crown, he also inherited a persistent family dilemma, the Duke and Duchess of York. This is not simply a private matter confined to family life. It is a public relations difficulty that casts a long, troubling shadow over the monarchy itself. King Charles III faces an immense challenge. He must modernise the monarchy, secure its relevance in a rapidly changing society, and preserve the public's trust. Yet, standing in the way of this ambition are members of his own family. Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, the Yorks, remain firmly in the spotlight, often for reasons that do the institution no favours. Their continued presence is, for many, a reminder of past mistakes and ongoing controversies. For the king, it is a family nightmare that refuses to fade, a distraction from his vision of a slimmer, more respected House of Windsor. Prince Andrew's reputation has been deeply damaged for many years. The controversies surrounding his associations with scandalous figures are not merely unfortunate episodes. They are enduring stains that have left him with no active role in public royal life. Once a prominent senior royal, he has been stripped of military titles and royal patronages. His absence from official duties is stark. A striking fall from grace unprecedented in modern royal history.
But this is not only about the personal misfortune of one individual. Each time these matters are raised in the press, the monarchy is drawn back into a narrative it wishes to move beyond. Public trust, already fragile in an age of scrutiny, is shaken again and again. Questions are asked about judgment, accountability, and whether the royal household recognises the seriousness of these past choices. For King Charles, it is a constant and unwelcome reminder of the fragility of the institution's reputation. Alongside Andrew stands Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. She has, over the years, sought to restore her standing through charity work and media appearances. Yet her efforts have too often been undermined by her own words or actions. Most recently, leaked emails caused an outcry. Her choice of words within these emails left many baffled and disturbed. The result was swift and significant. Several charities ended their connection with her. For someone who has long striven to rebuild her public reputation, this was not a minor setback, but a serious blow. It suggested a failure to fully appreciate how deeply the scandals of the past continue to resonate. For the Duchess, as for Prince Andrew, the past remains an ever-present shadow. For the king, the consequences are clear. His intention is to present the monarchy as streamlined, modern, and responsible. Yet the Yorks' difficulties consistently undercut that message. They risk reinforcing an image of privilege unaccompanied by accountability, precisely what the king is determined to dispel. Each new controversy, however small, reverberates across the institution. It distracts from the positive work being done elsewhere in the royal household and raises doubts about the family's collective judgment. It is as though the king is attempting to construct a modern, enduring edifice, while elements of the foundation are weakened by cracks that refuse to close. The challenge is as much about perception as it is about reality. For many, the Yorks symbolise precisely the kind of difficulty Charles must overcome if he is to secure the monarchy's long-term future. What then can be done? The options available to the king are far from easy. He is family, a brother. Yet he is also the sovereign, responsible for protecting the crown above all else. One path is to further distance the monarchy from the Yorks. This might mean reducing what little visibility remains of their public role to protect the institution from further damage. It would be a harsh decision, but one that could preserve the wider reputation of the monarchy. The Yorks may not be welcomed at Christmas. Another approach is to encourage greater accountability within the family. By insisting upon higher standards of discretion and judgment, the king could signal that the monarchy holds itself to a strict code of conduct, whatever the personal cost. Alternatively, Charles may seek to reaffirm the positive work of the wider royal family, thereby drawing a clear contrast. By highlighting service, charity, and integrity, he could make it plain that these are the values the monarchy wishes to project, leaving the controversies of the Yorks in stark relief. And then there is the most drastic option: formalising the Yorks' reduced roles or severing official ties altogether. Such a decision would carry enormous personal pain and risks deepening family divides. Yet if the reputation of the crown is at stake, it may, in time,
become unavoidable.
Discussions continue about whether the Yorks should continue residing at the Royal Lodge. Given the latest controversies and their ongoing financial struggles, should they face eviction? The future credibility of the monarchy depends on how the king responds to this enduring challenge. The Yorks' reputations are heavily burdened by scandal, and their difficulties continue to cast a shadow over the wider royal family. For King Charles III, this is more than a family problem. It is a defining test of his reign. Can he safeguard the monarchy's integrity in the face of repeated controversies? Can he ensure that the institution emerges stronger, despite the distractions within his own household? These are the questions that will shape his legacy. It is in many ways a family nightmare, but for the king, it is also a moment of reckoning, one that will determine how history remembers the first years of his reign.